Hello everybody, welcome back to Sprocketman Designs. Sorry for the break in programming. Time's just got away from me basically. What in the carnage you see before you on my bench top today, my plan is to take a bunch of these old spanners, polish them up, put tiny little grooves in them to assist with welding. What I'm doing with the sprockets here is using a die grinder to take out the centre section here. So I'm taking it out to a point where a fairly standard spice jar will fit into it, and then eventually when I've finished I'll have a spice rack made up of effectively 18 sprockets and I think 12 spanners, stacked up in such a way that it looks like that. So the next set of sprockets will sit on the top, third one on the top and one more row on the end. Haven't decided which side yet, I'm using the left side here, and that will then just sit quite nicely. Bottles go in, or jars go in there, and for that I will use my test one, kindly donated by the boss before she threw it away, and as you can see it just sits in quite nicely. So, and I've made it so it's big enough to take standard sizes. If you've got, I don't know, slightly shorter ones, it might not fit so well, but to be honest, what I know about spices, other than they taste nice, that's it actually. I know nothing. When it comes to cooking I leave that to my good lady because she knows what she's doing. So in order to take out this section, initially I did try using my little Dremel type tool, and I'd still be doing this at Christmas if I'd carried on with that. So I went out and I bought a tungsten carbide bit for die grinding essentially. And the first time I tried to use it, I did run it in an ordinary drill, which isn't fast enough. So I've treated myself to a nice little die grinder. And it's amazing how quickly you do this. What I'm going to do initially, this one little spur that's sitting up here, I need to take about another millimetre off that, so the jar will fit in, and then I'm going to proceed to do the other four so they're lined up. I have got in total, I think, can I think? Yes, I can do an impression of somebody thinking. I think there's 7 more of these to do. Yes, that would be right. Then I've got to do another 7 for the back. The ones I'm using at the back are a slightly smaller diameter, so when it's assembled, instead of being dead square, it'll be slightly arced. Not because I didn't have enough sprockets to do it, it's just I like the idea of the shape, and you all know what I'm like. So without further ado, let's get this lined up in here so I can start me grinding. Now if you're wondering why I've left a long grip on the top, it is very simply to keep everything lined up and straight. So let's play take off a millimetre, and remember to put on gloves because die grinder does tend to heat up. It's a great little tool, but they don't warn you in the instructions that this end gets hot. Helps if I put my seeing eyes on as well. There we go. The world is in focus. So Let's see whether I've managed to do a whole millimetre or just half a millimetre. Ooh, there's a quite big spur there I need to take off. Yeah, that was about a half a millimetre. And I need to take that spur off. Right, I'll do that in a bit. I think I took a bit more off that time as there were sparks showing. I mean, have something to do with sparks, who'd have thought it. Nearly there. It doesn't matter too much if I go slightly over. It just means there'll be a little bit more wriggle room. But I don't want to go too far because it will just look awful. This is going to be an awful lot of stopping and starting getting this done, particularly as I'm determined to get it just right. It's actually reaching the point now where measuring it, yeah, it's literally a hair's width. Points of a millimetre as opposed to whole millimetres. Being fussy about sizing. Okay, we're there. So I'm just going to take off that little spur that's bothering me. Hopefully you'll be able to see this when I show you. It's just there, and it's just a bit too big for me to be happy with. So the way I'm going to do this, which may seem a bit of a faff, but because I want to keep everything pretty much where it is, all lined up with one another. I mean, it doesn't technically speaking matter, it's just me being fussy. And what will happen next as I carry on with this is I'll lose track of what I was about to say. Oh yeah, that was it. I should reach a point eventually when all these are done that I can just start welding them all together, or welding them to the spanners more accurately. And then I'm trying to decide whether to get it powder coated before putting it up for sale, but if I do that I've got to work out what would be the best kind of neutral colour to go with. Part of my brain wants to do it, part of me wants to do it just plain black, so the names and the colours on the caps pop out more, so it's easier to spot the spice you're looking for. Whereas another part of me wants to do it in a really bright colour to, I don't know, kind of make you think about spice more, I guess. Excuse me, quick slurp of refreshment. So now, taking out a big bite. So as you can see, it's quite quickly taken out quite a large amount of material. All I've got to do now is just bring it down until that piece there is the same shape as that piece there. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But it is actually. All I'm doing is standing here holding the die grinder. But, excuse me, that is where we're currently at. So what I'm going to do is, to save you getting too bored, is say I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully by then there will be an awful lot more of this ready to go. Or you might just see me getting irritated with my own stupidity. Stupidity, can't even say what I am, when it comes to welding it together. But that is a show for a different day. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that rather short one. I am going to be here for many hours yet, grinding out all of these sprockets, but that is not your problem. If you think of anything else you'd like me to make, or you have an interest in, feel free to leave a comment, like and subscribe. Take it easy guys, speak to you soon, bye.